All right, so this is a suggestion via a channel member. The name of the video is Outrage at Dems After Migrant Allegedly Fires at Off-Duty CBP Agent. Let's jump into it, guys. Let's see where this takes us.
How can sanctuary cities exist in America? They literally are giving violent illegal immigrants the protection to harm and even kill Americans.
Wow. Yeah, guys, I can tell you this right now. It's interesting that you just said that, the way she said it. We in the United States of America have 50 states. So I'm just going to break this down in a way that hopefully would make sense to some of you guys. What is a constitution? Right? The constitutions, represent for the most part the ideals of said nation. Let's just go ahead and say this is going to be a really controversial take here, obviously, but let's just go ahead and say that we have 50 nation states, similar to the European Union that has multiple states, nation states, let's say, with all of them having individual constitutions specifically. But Spain is not Italy. Right? There are not really many similarities at all between Spain and, well, there are more similarities between Spain and Italy than Spain and Germany, let's say. But these are all nation states underneath the umbrella of the European Union that all individually have ideals that they all kind of strive to maintain, along with cultures, etc. And I think that's for some reason, that's how these sanctuary cities are functioning. Obviously, the federal government has the ability to just come into your nation state, let's say, but California, Illinois, New York, all these places that have city-states, sanctuary states and cities, these places tend to kind of utilize their own local, let's say, constitution and guidelines, let's say, more so than the federal guidelines. Even though they still maintain a regular check, let's say, from the federal government, they tend and just desire, let's say, to do exactly what they want. And again, that kind of reiterates the point that our 50 states are absolutely underneath the umbrella of the United States of America, but they all, for the most part, act as if they are their own small nations, right? Very controversial take. I'm sure I'm going to get some hatred in the comments for pointing out that we are not that equal, let's say, under the eyes of the United States of America. There are some states that are much more important because they make more money. But either way, let's jump into it.
Illegal immigrants, the protection to harm and even kill Americans. At this hour, 3 illegal immigrants are in custody for horrific crimes in Democrat-led cities. The violence is fueling even more criticism of soft on crime policies, which perpetrate a dangerous new chapter of catch and release. I'm Harris Faulkner. You are in the Faulkner Focus. In Chicago, police arrested an illegal alien for allegedly hiding a woman's body in a bleach-filled container for nearly 2 months. Investigators say they believe she died of a drug overdose.
Okay.
The suspect, again, was here illegally, but under Illinois law, nothing apparently was enough to hold him.
Right.
He was let go after his first court appearance just this spring. Now the feds have him in ICE custody.
Good.
And in sanctuary New York City, 2 illegals are in custody for shooting an off-duty Border Patrol officer. One of those suspects was previously deported and was arrested 4 times before this happened. He was released without bail every single time. Here's Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem.
There's absolutely zero reason that someone who is scum of the earth like this should be running loose on the streets of New York City. I'm calling on every single mayor and sanctuary city and sanctuary governor to change their policies and to change their tactics right now. Their job is to take an oath to protect the public, to protect families that are out there every single day trying to provide for each other and to try to live the American dream, and they want to do so safely in their own communities.
Secretary Noem, and you see off her left shoulder, right screen, was the border czar, Tom Homan. They're both here with their teams and have visited already that Border Patrol officer who is in the hospital. Tom Homan describing it as just heartbreaking. Well, President Trump is summing it up this way. Crime in American cities started to significantly rise when they went to cashless bail. The worst criminals are flooding our streets and endangering even our great law enforcement officers. It is a complete disaster and must be ended immediately. The New York Post covered today. Land of the free, referencing a criminal illegal. CB Cotton in New York City reporting the details. CB.
Hi, Harris. This morning, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem slamming some of the leaders in the nation's largest city, saying this attempted robbery that's left a CBP agent shot and injured is what happens when sanctuary city policies are allowed to continue.
My hope is that this would wake up these individuals and they would recognize that they can't keep letting these dangerous criminals go free. They can't continue to let these individuals be brought in for crimes they're committing against the public and then releasing them right back onto the streets with no consequences whatsoever.
Yeah, guys, the cashless bail system is absolutely wild. It shouldn't exist. Like, I understand why they attempted to do something like that because, hey, what about the people who are kind of being wrongfully convicted? But yeah, guys, that's a minuscule percentage of the people. You get what I'm saying? It's not even a large enough sample size for you to say, hey, listen, maybe we should do this for everyone. It doesn't make any sense. But also at the same time, the governors themselves are just, for the most part, a monument, let's say, to the ideals of the region, right? If the governor exists and the governor is kind of maintaining a sanctuary state or city, it basically means the people that have voted them into office want that. Right? You have to change. There's nothing you can say to the governor. All right. You have to say it to the people. And the people in the region want it, even though it's to the detriment of the United States of America. Let's just say that there. That's my opinion on that statement there.
DHS says both suspects are Dominican nationals.
No, bro. Really? Of course. Okay.
Now in custody. The agency says both men entered the country illegally under the Biden administration and have lengthy rap sheets. Federal sources tell Fox both men were even caught on video during an armed robbery in Massachusetts. Secretary Noem says they were repeatedly arrested and released before ICE agents could take them into custody. We learned today federal prosecutors are now pursuing charges against both men for their role in the attempted robbery of that off-duty CBP agent late Saturday night. That agent is now recovering at the hospital. Investigators don't believe the agent was targeted for his job.
Yeah, I don't think so
Noem
either.
and Border Czar Tom Homan have visited the officer and praised him for his bravery. And Homan had this warning.
Bravery? What do you do? Listen, I don't like the empty platitudes. Let's say here, guys. I mean, obviously visit him, sure, but he wasn't targeted for his position. He wasn't even his uniform. So what did he do? He was a victim of a crime, but what?
For sanctuary cities.
Is that over my head or something?
Agents.
Sanctuary cities are now our priority. We're going to flood the zone. You don't want to let us into jail to arrest a bad guy in the safety and security of a jail. You want to release him into the street, which makes it unsafe for the community, makes it unsafe for the officer, makes it unsafe for the alien.
Yeah, I think that was just a photo op or something,
And
guys.
we're monitoring to see what charges may be filed today.
All right, guys, listen, I'm definitely glad that the guy made it, right? Obviously, I'm happy that you made it, sir. But I don't understand the emptiness of the statement. I really strongly detest empty statements, guys. You can go visit him, absolutely visit him. I'm glad you made it, bro. But I would not say, just for the sake of saying it, thank you for your bravery in the context of that. No. If this happened like during his like job, then that would be that would be massively different. But a guy sitting would look to be like on some type of rock or something. I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you made it. I'm absolutely glad you made it. The individuals that did this to you shouldn't have been in the country in the first place, bro. And it's definitely a shame that they come from, my ancestral land. I'm not really super happy with that, let's say, right? I'm not happy at all with that statement. But, they listen. Life, I guess. But guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. We need to definitely fix this issue here. I have no idea what can actually be done about this issue here, because I think it's too late. I think the genie has already been let out. The left is going to always push for, this type open border type of scenario for some reason, because it makes them feel good. Oh, look at the terrible things that are happening in other countries. Those are other countries. It's not us. Like it's just not us. It's not us, bro. And we need to have some border security. No, you're completely fine with having no borders and no police. Because you think that people are inherently going to be good, right? They don't even have the same moral set as we, right? They don't have the same ethics. These are different cultures foster different ethics and morality. Things that make sense and are valuable and valid in other cultures are not valuable or valid to us. Right? It's like offensive or super crazy. Right? Have you ever traveled the world, Democrats? You're rich enough. That's crazy. That's just the weirdest thing in the world here, bro. Right? We definitely need a border. I'm definitely glad that Trump and Tom Homan, came together to kind of clean up the border, because now we're down 94.7%. Congratulate that immediately. That needs to basically be maintained. But obviously, when a Democrat takes office again, if that's the case, I have no idea how, because their policies are just moving, more left and more left and more left. I have no idea how they're going to even take office again. Right? They're absolutely strongly detested. Look at what they're rated. 29% of America says, good job, Democrats. 29%? What does that tell you? Right? Stop picking all these 80-20, causes, let's say. Just stop doing that. Stop doing that. But all right. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.